Welcome back to the Teh Tarik Hour. As always, it is me, Azreen, and we are.
Ah Kit.
And this week we do the slogan or not?
Is it related with our topic?
I don't know.
But okay lah, we are doing also.
Just do. Then
I'm not Chinese.
I'm not Malay.
We are Malaysian.
So yes, we are a Malaysian podcast, and we are trying to focus our podcast. Podcast or talk show lah. I don't know what we are lah actually.
Just we want to make what you call that the ones of a section to make both of us have an opportunity to talk and then to give. I mean the just have a fun time lah.
Have a fun time, but weirdly enough, today's topic not so fun. It's a very serious topic one.
How serious, bro?
Quite serious. This all started because Ah Kit suddenly asked me why am I growing my beard one. If you all can see.
Also got.
Got coming soon.
Coming soon. But it cannot until this November. So this November is the end already.
You can lah. As you can clear, if you don't know what we're talking about Movember, which is the charity or awareness campaign for men's health, which started quite some time ago lah. I can't really remember how long already actually. So this campaign is called Movember, whereby every November men will keep their beard and mustache to grow until the end of November, and after finish the end of November, they will shave everything off and then donate some money to men's health things lah. Sometimes like cancer, men's cancer, the testicular cancer, the bola cancer, the ball cancer, and also like men's suicide, like preventing or awareness, all this thing lah.
Maybe later on we can show the link, the page on the screen to let people to join. If let's say someone who are interested to join this Movember's event or something, you can have a link and have a website to let you to join them lah.
I will put it in the description somewhere.
Under our description you can find out
what about Movember is, and then you can do more on the things, and more importantly where you can donate a lot of the things. Particularly in Malaysia, I don't think there's a specific Movember thing lah. Actually, I actually don't know if Malaysia really have Movember culture yet.
I think less lah, because from I just from you, I know the Movember thing that I do. I mean, search from online lah. So I found out this is international events lah. Even in Australia, US, and then Hong Kong, Singapore, they also have these the events go on lah.
I'm surprised Singapore has Movember also. That's quite interesting actually. But in Southeast Asia, I in particular, I don't think like even. Yeah, Malaysia definitely not much lah. Like Indonesia or Thailand, this one I'm not too familiar. They have such a thing going on. But in like Australia,
I think most is Australia. I saw from the article is from Australia.
Australia, and then I think a lot of the Europe countries now starting to adopt this thing as well. Like UK, all this thing. This it's becoming a more popular movement lah. And I think it's a good topic to have for today, talking about men's health general in Malaysia lah. Because I think men's health are a bit not so good in Malaysia, I think. Well, health in general is not great. Mental health even worse. But for men, I think is a bit not so good. What are you familiar with in terms of like mental health, men's health in Malaysia?
I think every age of every stage of the age lah, we also have the men got the problem lah, got the issues lah. It's because we are men, we facing the problem in a different age also.
Yeah, I mean when you are 12, maybe the problem you face is different when you are 40. So different age have different main problems.
Yes, but in Malaysia, as Azreen mentions, you say if let's say Malaysia, because Malaysia is not many people very concerned about the men health issues, especially men is really to talk to. When we have a problem to talk to other peoples, we always is like we carry the problem. Maybe we go to some place and then maybe you go for drink, or maybe you go for lock yourself in the room, and then that's all. We are not trying to look for some consultant or look for someone to talk about it in the proper way lah. I mean in the proper way to solve the problems lah.
Then I want to ask you personally, if you were having issues like that, do you try to find someone, or do you just say, I will sleep, tomorrow will be better lah, like that kind of thing, is it?
Usually I will find someone, I mean my close friends or my brothers, and to talk about the issues and then how to solve it, and then maybe after the conversation and after the sections I will feel better lah. If let's say it's really that I face some problems, of course I want to look for someone who are real, who I believe and talk to.
A professional lah, basically, is it?
Professional is not say it's a professional, it's someone
you more
close. Someone is more close.
Interestingly enough, I think that's a lot of the key issues with terms of like how we deal with mental health in Malaysia lah. It not just mental health, actually, like health, men's health in general lah. First thing we do is we ask people who are close to us, family or girlfriend or wife like that. That is the first level ma. Then second level is you try to find even more closer friend, like really best friend people you really trust.
But one thing if really we face the problem, usually we don't talk with our girlfriend. We usually talk with our brothers,
The bros we are bro, then we can only talk.
Of course, it's not talk with your girlfriend or wife. It's really God. Usually it's talk to bro.
But why? Why are we so
The mentality, maybe the man and woman, the mentality is different.
But how different is our mentality between men and women that whatever pain you are going through is not able to talk to your girlfriend, the opposite sex? And also, you think about it.
If someone is very close to you, you talk something is very secret. Like if let's say for example, I got maybe I got 5,000 I hide somewhere in somewhere in my house. Then I'm not talk with my wife. I will talk with hey bro, I will hide this 5,000 and we can go for drink or we can go for Bangkok. This kind of thing. This kind will happen. If let's say I talk to my wife, this 5,000 will be disappear. Go to my wife's pocket.
This one, why like that one? Not all women will be like that one.
But this is the first thinking, you know.
But there is also a culture that we have. I think we just try to separate women from the men. Like
maybe this is my scenario. Is different people. They are different scenario.
But it's interesting. What? It's not interesting, man. Because why not? You can talk to your partner, but I'm not saying that you have to talk to your girlfriend lah. If you got problem as a man, as long as you have someone to talk to, that is the most important thing lah. I think, right?
Not say I'm not sharing with my wife or my girlfriend, but for if let's say for sharing some things like we meet something difficult, we are usually we this is my scenario. I go for drink and then look for my friend. It's sometimes like this is a release my stress. We release my pressure. If something is not because I want to talk to you and then after that maybe after the drink I will become better, but tomorrow still the same.
I mean, I think the whole point of that is just to complain lah, right? Not necessarily means you need to get your answer there lah, unless really you need an answer lah. At which point I think.
But for Azreen, for you, how? If let's say you face some problem, are you looking for girlfriend or you going to look for your bros to solve the problems or release your stress lah? I will release your problems lah.
I think my when I was younger, I have a very bad perspective on like approaching health, not just mental and physical lah. Because if I have a physical problem, like if I'm sick or anything, I will only see doctor if I really cannot do anything. I'm that terrible of a person to say like, oh, my teeth pain but until my teeth fall down, then only I see doctor, like that kind of thing. So if I bite, pain I will just say I tahan lah. I just withstand. I can stand it because I'm a man That's my mentality last time. Until like the teeth fall down, then I say, oh damn, I need to see doctor like that kind of thing. So in terms of mental health also, I think last time I was like that as well. If I have mental pain, I would just keep to myself. Then go in the room and just alone there lah. And then think to myself, you are man. Shouldn't show to other people. More better that way, right? Because you don't want to other people to see you are weak, right?
But from view of my point, you are more like you are more look like the look for those professional consultants lah. If let's say for mental health, you will look for someone, a consultant who give you advice in professional way lah.
That is actually what happened now after I grown older. When you grow older, you learn few things and then you realize maybe you should ask for help. So as I grown older, I've accepted that you need to find ways to find professional help lah if you feel something like that. So for me personally, if say nowadays if I feel like my mood very bad lah, or I not really my mental health not so good I'm not afraid to find a psychiatrist, a doctor to speak to the thing. And also I'm not afraid to say like, okay, I need to ask my partner lah, talk to my partner or talk to a friend lah. I still have a bad habit lah in that I sometimes keep to myself and not talk to anything. But I'm more aware that professional help is not a bad thing. Like I don't think it's a bad thing if you want to ask for a doctor to help you, which is what I think Malaysians still have the mentality of lah. Like if you have a mental problem, I don't think people would go find a doctor. Don't know lah. You in your circle of friends, do you think they are more willing to find a doctor instead of going yamseng or go drink beer until mabok like that?
For my circles, really, men is look for those really professionals. I mean, consultants who are give the therapy. But for some of my friends, we started to do some like the meditation things.
Okay. So I mean, your perspective is more like self-improvement.
Self-improvement. Because maybe me are more traditionals. My friend is more old generation people. They go for meditations and yoga things and go for self cure. Rather than you go for look for the doctor and give you some advice. Because some advice, this is what my opinions and what my thinkings like. Because some people is think, I pay the doctor a bunch of money, then I just talk to you. Maybe it's a half an hour and then 1 hour. It's not worth it. Rather I spend this money for drink or for my the other fun things.
I mean, I cannot say anything because sometimes you pay like few thousand to see doctor for 30 minutes, and then the doctor just said, I better talk to wall.
Better talk to wall.
At least the wall can bounce back.
But some people's like some of the people's they will go for go for religion. Religion, they have a religion. Not that one is not consultants. Maybe it's different religions. They have a different mentor to talk to them.
I think you know what religion is like the affordable.
One is
affordable
it's free. It's free, so you go there.
you can go like the Muslim is every Friday we prayer Then you can just go every Friday. Then after the prayer, can lepak and talk with the ustad and then discuss your problem.
Some people try to they will find a different way to cure ourselves.
My thing with religion is the solution is always the same. Just read the Quran or just read the Bible or just meditate like Buddha. That's the only answer. You know other answer.
But the professional's answer is still how I don't know, because I didn't go for the what you call that the doctor
the
psychology to seek for these consultants. So what they will in the conversations now, what they do in the conversation, how to help you?
I mean, for my experience is the last time I did the consultation is they will try to explore why you are feeling that, and then try to figure out exercises how to overcome those feelings and things like that lah. But the problem is, good doctor not easy to find. Not even just Malaysia lah. In internationally, like you want to get good doctor to really help your mental health, it's not easy because different people different mental right? Your mental is different than my mental, right? Like you need to understand, like maybe the doctor need to understand your culture and where you are coming from. Like if you are a Chinese upbringing, then maybe you're thinking about certain things like how we treat women or how we treat alcohol or all these things is different than a Muslim guy who is very conservative and have a different way lah. And if you are a Chinese doctor talking to a Muslim guy, maybe you won't have the knowledge on how to talk with that person. And I think that's what happens a lot in
this is that our culture will affect the result of the
Consultation lah.
consultation.
Like mental consultation, it's not easy leh. I tell straight lah. Because we don't have a environment that support mental health doctor. Because it's not really an important thing. People don't see it as important. At least the older generation lah. I know younger people now starting more to understand about the need for good mental health, but young people can do nothing. Cannot do anything.
Mental health, okay. We got mental health, we can cure ourselves if we can read the books, and then this is what I believe also lah. You can read the books and read some the positive thinking the books, and then whatever we can seek the answer from book or from we also can seek from the meditations.
I mean, yes.
Actually, we are the meditation is some kind of like you do the meditation is not say I just there and then sit there and then do nothing. You are trying to use your brain to to think what's the problem, and then not the problem. You will feel yourself. You more to be yourself and then to face the problem.
I try to like this a bit. Okay. Right. I mean, I don't deny that having that kind of self-improvement mentality is good, but I don't know if like a lot of people have that discipline, like to really go into it and try to do it by yourself. Because I think most people is lazy, because I'm lazy too.
Because I'm not doing any meditations talk now for.
Oh, you not become guru? I thought you become guru.
No, not the gurus. Because the meditations I feel the meditation is very good because even some of the corporate company like Maxis, DGs, this kind of big boys company, they send the staff
big boy company
to do the meditation
treatment
the treatments. They are come back from the meditation. They are more efficiency. For the work lah.
The problem there is because it's a force. People force you to do it, and then some people might feel like I don't want to do lah. I rather just work like that.
The come back to the man health lah. Because there's something is like you have to do something. Because we are humans ma. We're humans. We know because based on our what you call that? Based on our experience, we are too good to judge something. But something is. We cannot base on our what you call that based on our
thinking or
our experience to judge something.
Okay.
Because we have learned the new things. Then after that you can new input and new inject for your things. You started to be a different people.
I mean, if you're open to the experience but again we need to think in the perspective of Asian culture. Are we that open in terms of like new experiences? Because I tell straight lah, Asians sometimes quite stubborn one. The thinking is stubborn already.
One thing is meditation. Some people also think it's like it's a ratios from
religion thing. I remember you remember last time the Malaysian government. I don't know which people say you are not allowed to do Muslim not allowed to do yoga because it's
yoga also say
it's like it's just something that you do to relax. But then people say, oh, that one is against religion already. You are going against religion because you do the chanting. Like some people do the chanting.
So this one you have to see how do you see this thing lor?
That's why I'm always like very hesitant to really put religion as a way to deal with mental health because sometimes if you jump into religion too much, you jump to the extreme end then become more hateful rather than helpful
Yeah.
Then you become extreme like pass like that. You know what pass say Hadi Awang say there
we have to put the religion aside because religion is a belief. I cannot say you can put aside then you put aside because the belief
I understand
I understand the people who are really to the religion because you don't not simply say the religion you put aside first. It's very hard one because religion I live because the core as some Christians say this is your core. Then how I put my core aside cannot this is the.
I mean it's your upbringing it's your who you are basically.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to talk to a person who are got the religions. We are not going to challenge them, but we are now is more on focus on health. So we are find a different way to cure ourselves. It's one way is to do the meditations law. The other way is a religion law. If let's say you are not a believer, it means a meditation. Then go for religion law. If it's really the religions cannot help you, maybe we go for what you call that the professional consultants, a doctor or a psychologist. This thing to help you up to go back your track and in the society.
I see that's interesting where we diverge the path lah. For you, you're more like, okay, you do the self-improvement first and then you go religion first, then only you go professional help. The approach lor.
We find a way to cure cure your mental. Cure your mental.
We don't say cure. Here's the thing. Nowadays I realize there's no such thing as a cure for mental health one. It's just like you.
So everyone is crazy, right?
I tell straight, we're all crazy. Honestly, you not think we are crazy, man? We all crazy one.
Crazy world.
Is everybody going crazy? Simple Planet one. That song really ngam, no man?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears got what song? Crazy. Crazy! Why suddenly thought Britney Spears Simple Planet? but again, I mean, it's one way to approach because there's in truth there's no right or wrong approach towards mental health. The most important is you actually want to find help lah. I think that's the most important thing because I think a lot of people don't want to find help even after all this thing.
Yeah, I believe every age, I mean from students to now, and we get older, we still facing a lot of problem. I mean, because man is always we have a problem. We are not talk to the one who are closer. This is the problem. Man, not crying.
Men don't cry. Boys don't cry.
Boys. Boy or men, that one is.
No, you don't know the song of The Cure. Boys don't cry. That one's an old time song.
The old time song is.
The Cure lah. No, I show you. I don't know. We can show in YouTube that one. Maybe we can lah. Hold on. Let me try.
I'm no woman, no cries. I remember.
Oh, no woman, no cry. That one different lah. That one different already. Okay, let me see if we can or not the video. Wait. I will show it on the thing as well. This one, The Cure.
Oh.
You know the song or not? I don't know if we should play or not. I'm scared to play because later YouTube will say, cannot copyright.
Maybe we can show on the screen. You put the
show the video, but not the thing. Hold on.
Show on the screen.
Wait. I think I can. Because later it will show our picture there. Okay. Technical difficulties, but relax. We can do this. Alright. Okay. This one. This guy. Not this guy. Not this guy. Not this guy.
This one.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh.
Okay, I give maybe a bit. I think you know the song no?
Not really.
You need to tissue
but I heard I listened before this song.
It's the last time the song about boys cannot cry one. It's like that one. Like that lor. You say boys don't cry. It's true Boys cannot cry one Because no woman will cry.
No woman no cry. Malay.
But I think we still have that kind of mentality. It's men need to keep their feeling, cannot
men
share
have
one.
to keep strong.
I
mean, men keep strong.
But always, meh? But I think that's because of that. That's why a lot of men now suicide. The suicide rate for men is quite high, no meh? Considering.
You see us, the society is now. We are always is talking about women's got the power, woman power, and then women's got the power who do the PM, who whatever. Then men, It's a lack of a man, Sometimes
Oh my god, you are.
always talking about man,
I know.
woman power, woman got this power, maternity leave lah, our paternity leave lah. It's those kind of things is not fair for our men, Sometimes woman can cry, then he can be very strong, he can power over the man, but sometimes man is just ladies.
Okay, now you are going the men's right kind of thing already. This one a bit radical thinking already. Tylo. Careful. This one is an anti-women kind of mentality.
No, I'm not anti. I'm not saying anti-woman. You say we also need someone to aware the man also.
I think the problem with that kind of mentality, what ends up happening, and I see this a lot, when we talk about women, women power, women, all this thing, instead of saying, well, we push up women, but we bring men up also, is people say, we bring the women down, because then the men can still be on top. That's the approach.
We have to think is equal. We are equally men and women, but equally equal. But if let's say lady first, you always is sick. Man first. It's really lady first. Lady come first. You will serve someone is lady first. Man first. Oh, you are not lady. But this is not equal already.
But this one kind of thing is a small thing compared to all in the CEO board is men.
The mentality is there, The mentality is there. There always is lady first come first. I'm not saying lady come first.
But in society, really, would lady come first, man? Maybe in the etiquette, like
you can say, customer come first, or a client come first, or whatever.
But I think that is the most obvious, isn't it? It's a customer come first, right? Money come first.
Money come first.
Money come first. Thanks to Najib, is money come first, isn't it?
Najib again.
Of course, I will always say Najib, my favorite. It's either Najib or Mahathir.
Next time we move to Kajang.
Yes.
we
can visit him sometime.
We visit Najib always. Okay. Your neighbor.
Hey, he's still on the Facebook posting and Twitter. How?
I don't know.
Why you busy?
You ask Mahathir. I mean, Dr. M going to visit him.
I hope Dr. M go to stay with him lah. But that's the thing. People think that we are focusing too much on women and not giving enough to men lah. But actually, I would agree, if you give maternity leave, then I think you should give father leave as well, paternity leave as well. And it should be equal, not say equal, at least reasonable amount at the very least. I think only some companies I know give 1 week for father.
But this is unfair also. The woman got period, the man got period. Maybe 1 or 2 days, we got period, but the period is a different way.
What is
masturbating time? Or maybe 1 month, you have your own time for masturbate.
That one you feel good one lah. You think women feel good, man, when they period?
But they are trying to, so this one you do a cleaning job,
You paint so much, kumpul there, you collect your things so much until pain, is it?
No, it's cleaning the body cell.
Release the detox,
detox.
This one different level already lah. Women punya period is it's an actual thing Like men punya thing.
We come back our
so we focus
health.
back on men's health. The thing. Why suddenly talk about women? But I understand where you come from in terms of equality lah. Like if women get all this, why not men as well? But men already got a lot of things, not they? In terms of like in the society. Men get more pay on general. Men are in position of power more. In general, men are treated better than women in general. In society perspective lah. Like let's say, a couple cheat. Okay. Most likely people will say the girlfriend is the one that's lost the guy.
Okay, I stop you, Azreen. It's like that. I'm not saying this thing is. I think we are the society is still not fair for the woman. It's not fair.
Okay.
I agree, is it? Because the lady who want to do this thing, they still have the they're hardly to do something because she's a woman. She is a woman. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. But no one is aware man. And this is my question. And no one aware us. Because we also we are humans. We need someone. We also will get sick. We also will get loss of our power. But we have to say something.
I mean, that's the patriarchy
You
system.
remember is one. I think the celebrities. I know you remember or not. You say the ladies is what's the name already? One celebrity they sue the husband and then get the pay, but in the end is cannot get the amount of the money. I don't remember the whole name the celebrities. Western one.
Oh, Western. Western. I'm not sure. You mean Johnny Depp? Is it?
Johnny Depp. Yes, Johnny Depp. The Johnny Depp case in the end is Johnny Depp is won the court case.
Yeah, but that's because the Amber Heard is a crazy person. That's why it's obvious she very crazy. Not really anything there. But the counter to that is you remember that one? The Me Too movement. Remember Me Too? That the whole point of that is to showcase that, most of the time women don't get treated properly in terms of these kinds of situations. And that it doesn't mean that man is wrong. It just means listen to women more. And I think when people put like that, then people think, oh, that means men will be ignored. Right? Something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And I do agree. In general, we've always been like, ignore men's problem, mental problem, and health problem. Because you want to focus on men's success. Because you want to hear people fail, meh? Men fail? No, You want to hear people complain, men complain, my heart's so pain, If you hear someone in the Twitter, is a guy, say, today I feel very sad, I'm moody, a guy like that, you will say, this guy is so lembut, so soft, why you complain like that?
Yeah.
Can you will look down on the guy,
But the impression is give people for the generation to generations, it give people man always is strong. But for women, always is weak. This is the impressions of man and woman.
I think that's the foundation of why it's like that,
The impression is there, so the man also have to pretend. Even we are weak, we also have to pretend we are strong. This is what we have to juggle our image.
Yeah, but you forget one thing, Yes, we are men, but more importantly, we are still human. So human also got limit one. So sometimes you reach the point it's become.
So we have the proper to seek for the advice, no.
That's why I always think like when you say self-improvement first, it's a good, but I always feel like you should always go professional help first to find whether or not you can find external help to heal you basically, or to help you. Those people who choose to self-improve some might be able to find the solution there. But I think most people not really know what to do by themselves. I also don't know what to do by myself.
Drink for me,
it's like that. Then become drink.
Drink girl become
drink find girl all these things.
Find girl, you got. I don't have. How to find?
He married already. I mean that's how always the self medication is like that for men.
Medication, no.
We just drink beer, find girl, or
That's why you see beer so expensive nowadays.
Why got so many?
Actually, it's a man medicine, It's a man medicine.
Like that. Maybe we should subsidize the beer.
Beer and the alcohol is so. I mean that every country also a lot of men is drink.
But that is a capitalism way Force you to drink, better to keep you hurt and drink than to heal you and you stop drinking. Oh man. You cannot sell anymore if you're okay already, right? So in the end of the day, it's not really easy to say what is the right answer in terms of that. But I do admit the idea that men problem is not really acknowledged. People don't really look at it, and then people when men admit their problem, especially in public, it's people will look down on the man. It's the perspective, the perception. The thing is, I don't know this perception can ever change. You think in Asia this thing can change, the perspective?
In Malaysia.
You really feel like I see you like Malaysia hesitant. I don't think so.
Hardly.
Really that bad? You think? You think Malaysia is already too stuck already? Is it?
I mean, for young generation, it's slowly lah. For old generation people, it's very hard for the old generation people.
I mean,
The thinking,
here's the thing, because like in my group of my circle of social people, I'm with people who are, even though my age also, some of them are more open.
You
already,
consider old or young
you know,
group
older,
people?
older lah. Actually, I have a good mix of young and old lah, actually. So there are some in the older generation that are open already to, you know, mental health and all this thing. But they are very city people lah, urban people lah.
Oh,
Those who are more from like the kampong area,
countryside,
countryside, they are still on the mentality of you keep it to yourself or you find religion. Only these two only. Because if you don't do these two things, then you are considered failure already. So I still have a balance of two. And for the younger generation, also surprisingly, a balance of two as well. Those who come from more like countryside or more like smaller town, they still feel family and religion is the answer. Whereas if you are from like the city, or maybe you study abroad and then you come here, they are more open to say like share your feelings. And then if really cannot share the feelings with friends, then maybe find a professional help. Because I know a few friends around my age and younger all find the consultant, all this thing. Surprisingly, because I thought not really accepted yet. But depends on your circle, I think. So yeah, there is some movement there, but in general, I still think people not really accept. Hey, but surprisingly, part of the budget for Malaysia is to include mental health focus also, you know.
Oh.
This is I find it very shocking. Even for BN come out with that, you know. BN put in their manifesto to focus on mental health.
I think the urban life, the mentalities is really, it's very important, you know.
I think, yeah, of course, if you're in
now,
city.
City, because the stress and the pressure, the rental, all is because all is calculated by money. The ROI.
If no money, no life.
It's really hardly to survive. I mean, if let's say for a man, you come out from from kampong, you're living in the cities, you have to pay everything. Also, is one pressure. You go look for girlfriends, and then nowadays you go to date a girlfriend. Also, you have a spend. No, whether success or not unsuccess, you still have to pay.
Yeah, but even if you find a partner, also not means that that will cure you or help you. Maybe it make you even worse sometimes.
Yeah, because this is the pressures or the stress or even the problem from our from student until now for me lah. If let's say for students, if let's say for students, why we are so stressed? The study the exam then if let's say I'm not strong enough, my exam is not good enough, I will score by my mom and my score by also from my parents.
I mean that's the pressure lah. The
pressures lah. If let's say really nowadays even the students, you can see the student is suicide because the exam is not good. The SPM it cannot score, maybe they cannot score 6A or 5A. Even they cannot score in 1A. So he choose to end of his life. Got this kind of people.
Yeah, that's and because they don't have a way to ask for help at that point. It's also the thing.
The one thing is the society, the parents give the pressure, and then the kid, the students also realize, how come I cannot be the expectation and cannot meet the expectation. So the thing is I don't know that because the student is always can talk to the teachers and can talk to the school, but in the end they choose the end of his life. It's very, this is a very poor thing lah. If let's say for the one student is only 16 years old and 17 years old in the SPM.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people easy to classify that as just pressure and not really a health issue, the mental health issue. So that's why they don't want to try to find doctor to help.
Even the students, not say we have a problem, we are of 30 something or 40 something, we have a problem. Even as a student, we have a problem. So have to look through on this now. If let's say your teachers or
I think we need to I say we need as if we are, but
Man,
we are the ones who going to make the change. We also not do anything. we just talk so high only.
Yeah, obviously.
We are just we are like, oh yeah, we can solve the problem. We are the one.
No, I mean that if let's say for the students lah, you seek for the help from for other people's and maybe from teachers or from someone's lah. These things we meet the problems ourselves. Especially now we come back to man, you have to seek for the way to run out from the problems and go to solve the problem.
One thing is, yes, we should encourage people more to come forward with their problem.
Yes.
But the other side of that is for the people to to accept that problem and help, because I don't know lah, maybe my perspective is still like that, is that when people come out with the problem, the first thing you do is eject or make fun of that person or like that. I think people need to be more accepting of the fact that, to help lah. I don't know lah, if you were to come out to your friend and say, oh, I am a sad boy today, your friend will make fun of you or will they help you?
Usually people will trick is a fun thing. They
See?
do always not so serious one.
Yeah, I think even you might think, oh, that's just a normal thing, but I think that's also still very harmful in a sense.
You have to seek the right person, no? The right person to talk to the right person.
Wow, like that.
You see, if someone's because in school we can seek for the teachers, but after you work, means in this period, 20 somethings, you work in the society, you just get your first job the first job in the society. You cari makan and then you rent a place. The time, the money in your pocket is not enough. Who you going to seek for the help? This group of people is 20 somethings. So I just fresh grad and then I'm not earn pretty enough. I'm not enough money to go for the consultants. I only got enough the money to go for drinks. Maybe beers is 10 ringgit and come back and drink. Always my young times, just 10 ringgit. Okay, 10 ringgit is fair enough. Maybe I buy 6 cans of beer. Tomorrow I wake up as just a normal people. So that's why this is the culture is how come the man solve the problem is by his own self?
Because you grow up like that,
Grow up like that,
It's like that only, right?
Mm-mm.
But hopefully people nowadays understand that that's not the case, because there are affordable mental health consultation. Like the one I go to actually is not like super expensive, of course I can afford but it's like 90 ringgit, 80 ringgit like that only per session. Not so bad and you don't need to go every day. Maybe it's a one time 1 month kind of thing like that. There are affordable ways, but of course location is an issue because that one is in city. If you in the I don't know in the countryside, maybe it's
hard.
hard
For 90 ringgit per section, it's not expensive. But are you really go there for seek for the help? Is that the consultant are really give you the help? Is got the solution there?
Sometimes it's not about getting that solution. Sometimes it's about taking that first step towards finding a solution. It's not about actually getting the solution there, because if you drink alcohol, is that a solution? Not really, right?
Happy what?
Happy how long?
Happy the night. That's very happy.
Then tomorrow come back again, That's why there's no actual permanent solution one. You know what is the permanent solution? Die lah. I tell you, confirm you die no more already.
Just now I said beer is not enough. Maybe we put some weed. Then it's more enough.
Then if you're not high anymore, then lost already. But I mean, I would actually agree, Weed can be a good thing to reduce your
happy weed.
KJ, Kyrie, please, give us the weed. He said he want to be PM, maybe he will pass.
Kyrie.
If he become PM, you support him.
That one is meditations.
Medication. Medicinal marijuana. Too bad he cannot run for PM yet. If he run for PM, I wouldn't mind. I even will support BN at that point, but now cannot.
Kyrie.
We seem like we always talk about the bad things about men's mental health. We should end this because we quite a long time already, almost 50 minutes already. Let us end this with the ways of how we can find to help ourselves in mental health. Akid, someone asked you, I got mental health problem. What would you suggest to that person?
Okay. If let's say for mental health, of course you have to seek for the psychologist and the doctor who solve the problem. This is the first priorities. This one I think is no matter no matter what race you are, what people you are, because this is a professional way, and then this is more common. If let's say you want to look for, okay, maybe some people's got the religions, then you can look for the religion's mentor who will help you up. This is the second priorities. The third priority, maybe we can do the meditations or the self improvement, the self improvements book who cure yourself. Look for self improvement.
I think that's a good thing. Self improvement is a really important thing as an outlet to like release your stress. Because for me personally, my release stress is go gym. If I feel bad, go gym, run like that. That is a way of outlet. But addressing your problem, I prefer that people would go or professional help in terms of like mental health.
Yes.
But for me, I would suggest anyone watching, if they do feel like, mentally not strong or something like that, the first thing is either you can go to Befrienders KL, which is like a hotline that you can call and talk to people and they try to help you if you feel like you are suicidal or what. It's a way to talk. Now, if you want to go further and actually pay for it, there is the MMHA, Malaysia Mental Health Association. They provide consultation, but it's only in KL, KL and PJ area. So if you are not in the city, maybe a bit harder. So, and if you outside of state, maybe you need to find a professional freelance like therapist like that. And that one can be expensive. I think some can be 500 above per session, which is quite expensive. But yeah, I mean, for me, first thing is always is if you feel like your mental health very, very painful, always find professional help first. Of course, at the same time, be open to talk to people. Like, hopefully you have a circle to talk to in case of anything happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we always hope that people don't have mental health so much, but now society is so crazy. I think you need to find a way to release that stress. And release the stress in a good way. Not just drinking or
maybe like Azreen do more exercise and then gym and then maybe do running and do whatever the sports. Then can sweat, then make yourself better.
I mean, that's one way. There's just an outlet for a stress relief. But if you have like a bigger mental issue you need to solve, always look for a professional for me. Of course, religion and everything is a good way to start. And if you can find your solution there, good. But don't be afraid. I think most people is like afraid to go doctor, all this thing.
Afraid to go doctor? Because you see, if let's say someone you go to see a mentalist doctor, like old people, they say, you are 痴線
crazy person.
Crazy.
Why is this?
So this mentality is not right.
It's not, I think that's a hard mentality or hard mindset to throw away. I think for older
it's
generation.
an old mindset. If let's say go for the doctor, it's not really you are crazy or you are bodo or something.
Yeah, I already say the easiest solution is one die.
So find out your the right.
Find your best solution. Okay, don't die. Please don't die. Don't die.
We see which which way you are more. Which way can help you up lah. I mean, which way also is, because there's a multi way to help you up to overcome the issues It's just yourself and find a way. See the doctor and just one way, and then maybe it's you got other way to overcome your issues.
The most important is just don't be afraid to actually start looking for it
Yeah,
a lot of people is like try to keep themselves never anything, right?
Yeah, because life is fun. Don't just because of one problem is block your journey.
Wow, like that. So grand idea already.
Yeah, because it's just one thing is to block your journey, then it's not worth it because you're just one stone in front of you.
Yeah, it's a small stone.
A small stone. Then later on you got big stone somewhere you don't know.
Wow, interesting. Okay. All right. I think that's about it. We're almost 1 hour already here. Lah. All right. So, this has been me, Azreen and Ah Kit, providing you insight about mental health, men's mental health, and health awareness, health awareness for November. And for this month, I don't know, Ah Kit, you want to do or not? The no beard, the beard shave thing, no shave thing.
November. End of this November, still got time.
Still got time. So you want to keep until end of November?
I don't know whether I can keep or not.
If you do like that, then we can do on record our shaving on.
Can,
You wanna?
can also.
We can do a show of that.
You can keep
I am keeping until end of November.
Oh.
This I will keep. By end of November, it will be quite bushy here, quite big here lah.
Well for.
Cukup lah, enough lah. You can grow a bit and then shave off on camera. Then clean start.
I'm worried.
Why?
Then I cannot tahan. How? Yeah, halfway already.
That's why you discipline, ma. Oh, you can discipline or not? Okay lah. All right, that's all for today. On the next episode, we are thinking maybe after January election we might do. So the topic might be who won and then what is the future of Malaysia. I think that could be an interesting topic. I mean, it depends if we can do an episode before election or after election. But we will let you know lah. This one,
because with the result, it will affect our life. Our 5 years. What's the 5-year journey for Malaysia?
And we might do it after election itself. So yeah, we will probably record after election. So maybe the next topic will be Malaysia, the future.
The future of Malaysia.
All right. Thank you anyone watching. We will see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.